Have you ever heard the term cloaking veil? You might have come across it in a book about ancient mysteries, a scientific research paper, or maybe even a TV show. What does it mean? Well, the phrase seems to pop up in all sorts of different contexts, from mystical traditions that talk about illusions and realities to modern science that is actually trying to invent invisibility cloaks. So what is this cloaking veil? Is it just some abstract idea, or does it actually refer to something concrete? To understand the different meanings of the cloaking veil, let's break down its various appearances across different contexts, starting with the most mystical and spiritual one in Hinduism and Buddhism. The cloaking veil is known as the veil of Maya. Maya is a Sanskrit word that roughly translates to illusion. Think of it like a magician's trick. The audience sees something that isn't really there because the magician has skillfully concealed it. In the same way, the Buddhist tradition says that we are all caught behind the veil of Maya, which hides the true nature of reality, also known as Brahman or ultimate truth. The veil keeps us from seeing things as they really are and instead shows us a world full of suffering and delusion. Some texts describe it as a dreamlike state where our senses fool us into thinking things are real when they aren't. The only way to lift this veil, according to these traditions, is through spiritual awakening. This awakening is not just a change in beliefs, but a direct experience of the ultimate reality. It's like taking off the blindfold and seeing the world in a completely new way. Now let's take a look at some religious references, particularly in Christianity and the Bible. There's a story about the temple veil that used to hang in the Jewish temple in Jerusalem. This thick curtain or tapestry hung across the entrance to the Holy of Holies, the most sacred place in the temple where God's presence was believed to dwell. Only the high priest could enter this area once a year on the Day of Atonement. For the rest of the people, the temple veil symbolized a barrier between them and God, a physical manifestation of their separation from the divine. In the Christian narrative, this changes with Jesus' death. When Jesus dies on the cross, the Bible says that the temple veil was torn in two from top to bottom. This is seen as a symbolic representation of a new reality. It's as if God himself tore away the veil, making the hidden truth accessible to all people. This means that the barrier between humanity and the divine is broken down, and people can now have a direct relationship with God without the need for priests or rituals. This idea is a central part of Christian theology, emphasizing that salvation and enlightenment are attainable through faith in Jesus and his sacrifice. Moving on.